Today I've got another session for you which will follow on from the introduction to speed, coming back from injury session I recorded last week, the diagonals, and shared with you, and lots of you on social media have had a go at that one and got quite good feedback. So this is another session that you can throw in, especially this time of year, autumn going into winter. If you are either coming back from injury or maybe going to tackle a spring marathon, definitely, and want to build some strength in the legs, or as like a precursor to your proper out and out speed sessions, this one's great. And it is short hill reps, a session that I used to do quite a lot, but quite a long time ago. So there's a bit of kind of intrepidation going into this one, but I'm excited to do it because, again, I'm coming back from injury and this is a next step, a next test. And you don't have to be coming back from injury. You might be new to running, you might be new to marathon running or half marathon running and want to try this session. But yeah, short hill reps. The session includes probably 15 to 20 minutes warming up. I've done 10 minutes so far. I'm going to have 5 minutes walk and then continue for 5 minutes warming up. A few drills if you're used to doing your drills or throwing some drills in. I might do a few strides, but that's probably where that will end. Then straight into 30 seconds hard uphill of a gradient of anything between 6 and 10%. Needs to be runnable, and you need to be working full out, full on for 30 seconds. Turn around, give yourself 90 seconds recovery. That might be a walk down the hill, a bit of an easy jog at the moment at the bottom, or just jogging from the off. But the important thing is that you need to fully recover before the next rep, which will be 60 seconds or a minute uphill, the same hill usually. And yeah, the effort will be the same, but obviously it's twice the distance, so you might need to temper it a little bit. The idea is that you're in oxygen debt at the end of each one of these reps. That means hands on knees job, really out of breath kind of effort by the time you reach the top. So yeah, don't worry about going too hard on knees. Really, if you need a little bit more recovery, then what did I say, 90 seconds, then that's fine. Usually on 1 minute efforts, I'll push that recovery out to 2 minutes, but even sometimes 3 minutes. And don't think that the amount of recovery has anything to do with how fit you are in terms of, oh, if I need a little bit longer, then maybe the session isn't as good. Because if you think about it this way, most of the time, the fitter I am, this is going on past experience, the harder I work on that either 30 seconds or minute interval, the longer recovery I might need. Okay, so that might need changing. But yeah, for now, stick to 30 seconds on, 90 seconds off, then 60 seconds on, 2 minutes off. Do that if it's your first time 4 times. I'm going for 6 today. In the past I've gone up to 8 and even really pushed it for 10, but that's a longer session. But yeah, if you can do four sets of that, fantastic. 6 is pretty standard. And throw these in maybe on the same week as you're doing your diagonals. So you might do this hill rep session on a Tuesday and your diagonals on a Saturday. Give yourself a couple of days in between. Why is this a great session? Well, it's a good way, again, of working on speed while reducing the risk of injury, because you're going uphill. You're going to work that anaerobic part of the energy system. Like I say, you're going to be out of breath, build up the lactate, hopefully build up a little bit of a resistance to that. And it is really great biomechanically as well. You're working hard to get that knee up, elbow back, heel up, and because you're not running too fast, because you're on that gradient, like I say, it might reduce that risk of injury a little bit. Fantastic session to build in before you jump into whether it be specific 10k, half marathon or marathon training, or just this time of year when you want to tick along and work in some strength into your sessions. Also fantastic if you are not too confident on the hill sprints, where like 10 seconds flat out can really hammer the Achilles and calf muscles. So yeah, you're going to build strength, resilience, speed as well, because yeah, that speed up the hill once you start dropping it to the flat in future, maybe 6 weeks, 8 weeks, you'll really feel the benefit. Right, as you can see, I've taken the jacket off, stashed that in one of these bushes, which no doubt I'll waste 10 minutes later on trying to find. And we've got 2 minutes to go on my scheduled 20-minute warm-up. So I'm just going to hold it here at the bottom of the hill, let my heart rate come down a bit, even though it's just a warm-up. Maybe do the odd drill. In reality, probably not. Switch from my podcast to some banging tunes ready for the session. Yeah, I'll always listen to a podcast on the warm-ups and then music on the session. I should mention that I've got the heart rate strap on my arm, on the biceps, so I'm going to look back at that data afterwards too. Yeah, that's another video that I've been doing. And yeah, I'm a bit nervous about this one because in 2 sets I could feel my back tightening up and I'm going to have to call it a day, but I think I might be okay if I ease into it well enough. Right, 20 seconds. I'll see you in a couple of reps. Okay, 10 seconds. This is my talk test. Okay. So that was my second set. So I've done 30, 60, 30, 60. And I wanted to show you like how out of breath I should be at the top. Which isn't difficult given the amount of time out. But maximum 60 seconds hard work. So anyone can do this. Yes, that's it, done. 6 sets. Okay, I think that's 6 sets. I'm on the recovery from that one. And then I've got, well, free choice. Easy home, but I'll do 15 minutes to 20. Positives from that session for me are today. I was nervous about it. Never usually get nervous about sessions like that. And it went well. So, and by went well, I don't think I've made anything worse in my SI joint. I was moving freely. I was able to work hard. You can see how much I'm sweating, which I just haven't been able to do for a long time. I guess niggling negatives are that because I've used this hill so much in the past, it's impossible not to compare yourself. So the last time I was doing these kind of sessions was 2 years ago, because this time last year I was taken out with COVID for a period of time, and then yeah, I just didn't have these in when I returned because I was onto mountain stuff. So yeah, it's been 2 years since I've done these short hill reps consistently, and I know where all the markers are from when I used to do 30 and 60 in my head. And yeah, it's not a negative in terms of I wouldn't expect to be in the same place, but yeah, you can't help that. It's human nature to compare yourself against yourself, never mind others, and to be okay with that, I think is a good thing. So there you go, it's just ticked over. I've got a 20-minute cool down, so I will do that. And yeah, we will do the same session next week and see where the improvements lie. Remember, this is great for building strength. I could really feel, especially in the last couple of reps, high hamstring, glute kind of had worked hard. My calves and Achilles, they're typically quite strong, so didn't feel them too much, but then I wasn't running too fast, and that's the benefit of going up the hill. It's very good to prepare you for speed sessions, tempo sessions and stuff if you've been out for a while, or if you're just taking on these races for the first time. You don't have to throw yourself straight into flat reps, flat intervals, you can do 30-60s like this. I'll put more of the info, how to structure it, underneath in the description. And if you have any questions, as always, let me know. Any feedback, stick it in the comments. I'll keep making these session videos while I can. Yeah, I will see you on the next run.